Hi, I'm Professor Beck Strah.
And I'm producer Brit, and you're listening to Prison Breakdown.
2, 3, break!
Hate to spoil his fun, but we're gonna bust out of here.
2, 3, break!
I'm locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
2, 3, break!
I can honestly say I'm a changed man. No danger to society here. God's honest truth.
2, 3, break!
I'm not leaving this cell. I'll get out my way. The right way.
2, 3, break!
Ahoy, dudes. Welcome back to another episode of Prison Breakdown. I am Professor Beck Strah, former corrections officer, prison teacher, prison researcher. I've been in prisons. I know what prisons are about. And joining me is my esteemed, lovely, delightful producer.
Hello, I'm producer Brit, producer of podcasts, deliverer of mail,
Producer.
broducer. Yeah, that's all I got. Those are my two titles. Those are the only two things I do.
That's all you need. Now, dear listener, you may have noticed our boy Eric. He's out of town again, probably visiting his beloved Ohio. So it is a broadcast today, and because it's the summer months and I'm busy preparing research for our August episodes, this one is going to be like sipping a cool, sweet lemonade because the brothers Strah are back. They are breaking down Prison Break on Prison Breakdown.
No, that's too
like that?
too much. Too much.
No.
That's a mind twister.
No, that was gorgeous. Now, before the podcast, we sat here and listened to the new single by William Smith. What's it called? Pretty Girls?
Pretty girls, yeah.
When was the last time he dropped a single? Like 20 years ago?
Probably like, yeah, shake your head or whatever.
Hey,
nod
nod
your head.
your head.
Nod your head. There you go. Yeah. Nod your head. Probably, yeah. It's been quite a minute.
Black suits coming.
I mean,
that's always tight.
That's not good.
No,
it is objectively the worst of his movie themes.
Oh, for sure. Wild Wild West.
Oh, Wild West.
Maybe objectively the worst of the movies.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best themes.
Oh, it's such a banger. Like, yeah.
It's so good.
Wow.
How do you feel about Will Smith as a rapper?
Not good. Like
Yeah, me neither.
I'm reminded of he did this song. It's like kind of a Halloween song or something, but with DJ Jazzy Jeff from back in the 80s, when people are like, "Oh no, Will Smith used to be a good rapper," I'm like, "No."
Oh, you're talking about Nightmare on My Street.
I believe so.
Like accompanied
yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
There's a line in there that's like, "Went to a castle, had a moat. How'd I get through? Boat." And I'm like, oh, okay, Will, you need to go back to English class. Like, is that the best we can do, really?
Honestly, I kind of like that.
I kind of fuck with it, but like the rest of the song is also not so good. So that's just the funniest, most memorable line.
I find so much of his stuff like unmemorable, or I did buy the album Willennium around the
Everyone bought Willennium. Willennium was the best-selling rap album of that year, almost selling as much as P. Diddy's album from that year and Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die combined.
Well, that's insane.
Yeah.
But on the album, he had a song called Freakin' It, and my favorite line from Freakin' It is, I read in rap pages, they refer to me as soft. Yeah, more like Microsoft. That's the worst line in any rap.
It's
ever.
Pretty. Here's a better one. I heard in the rap pages they call me soft. Yeah, my dick is soft.
This is a family podcast.
It's
I
not.
want you to know. People sit together in the living room with their families, awkwardly staring at each other while listening to
Yeah,
this.
I'm talking to my Uncle Richard. He's soft. He's a very calm man.
All right. Well, that's enough of that. Will Smith, please stick to acting. We like your acting. It's perfectly good. Make more Bad Boys films until the end of time, because I will be there. I will watch them in theaters. I promise.
Fair.
Yes. And producer Brit will probably go see something if it's either very bad or it finds Oscar acclaim.
I'm probably not going to watch another Will Smith film for the rest of my life. I'm not going to lie.
What?
I don't think he's got it left in him to. I mean, he's never been a great actor. He's been fine. He's been serviceable. Like, I always thought he was a good TV actor and a mediocre film actor.
He's a movie star. The man is a star. And okay, we can agree. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air blows away.
Oh yeah. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is his like magnum opus, his masterpiece. He's never like ascended to those heights since.
Have you seen a little movie called Men in Black?
I have. I've seen lots of Men in Black. I've also seen, I think it's a sequel, Black Men in Men.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, and I don't intend to. Family podcast. But I don't know. I've always thought he's very charming, but he hasn't put out anything in a few years that I've been that interested in besides the Bad Boys film. So I'm going to say, bring on the Bad Boys.
Yeah, there was I think they had Hancock 2 in production for a while, but they kind of dropped that. So.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know.
There's nothing lamer than Hancock 1. What a forgettable piece of shit.
I never saw it, so I don't care.
Yeah, well, he goes to jail and I believe shoves a man's head up his own ass. That's the part I remember. And Jason Batemaning his way through it, which is
you're saying it's a prison film.
I think that only constitutes a very small portion of the film, so we're not watching it for this podcast.
We're putting it on the docket.
This is an anti-Hancock podcast, first and foremost, then a prison podcast. Well, dear listener, you're tired of listening to us yap on and on about Will Smith. Shall we move on to some news?
Indeed, let's yap on and on about some news from the razor wire.
Fresh news, hot off the razor wire.
Indeed. So, do we want to start with my news or your news?
Well, I think perhaps we start with my news because it's much shorter.
Sure.
Are we ready for the theme?
What theme?
All right. It's time for our update on the escaped gentleman from New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
No update from last time. There's still a guy, Derek Groves, who's at large, who I believe had beheaded someone, if I remember correctly. And there's been no news. The most recent news I could find is like on Facebook. Everywhere else is updated it like 5 days ago. When there's no news, nothing gets reported. So I can't say no news is good news here because this guy might be dangerous. So if you are in the Louisiana area, keep a lookout. That is the end of
Are you really going to
manhunt update?
Are you really going to ask people to snitch? Keep an eye out? Come on.
No. I'm just saying keep a lookout. No, I'm saying keep a lookout. I didn't say snitch.
Okay, good.
Just be careful.
Yeah, be
we
careful.
don't want anyone to get hurt.
Yeah, sure.
This is an anti-violence podcast. Even above being an anti-Hancock podcast.
Although I feel like people on the run from a prison escape are definitely going to probably like try to not attract attention and maybe quell their more violent inclinations.
I would hope so, but also depends on like what you're going away for and how desperate you are. Like if
True,
you're looking
true.
at potentially life
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to go back, it makes it so somebody might have something less to lose.
True, true. And that, my friend, is why life and death sentences are bad. I don't think we should have them.
Yeah.
Because it makes it so people have nothing to lose. Like,
completely agree.
I don't know the statistics on it, but I'm sure there's like definitely a connection between like interprison violence and people with like harsher sentences.
I think you look at like death row and they keep them so separate from one another that
True. But you know,
there's no violence that can't be inflicted.
But you know, life and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we should use life very, 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 very sparingly, and we use it way too much as is.
Yeah, the life sentence should replace the death sentence, and actual sentences should replace the life sentence. Like just locking someone up and throwing away the key is not going to do anything good for society.
No, it's called corrections because they want to put a sunny face on it, but corrections doesn't correct.
No,
it's more like euphemistic and meaningless. It's one of these ways that language has gotten perverted, for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
and calling it corrections where we don't actually correct. And it's nice when you do see states and countries actually rolling out the programs, but the programs are first on the chopping block if there's a budget cut, and we can't rely on them to make people better because they're not implemented consistently enough or with enough fidelity.
Right.
And teaching programs in prisons, like too often I've been like, inmates will be like, you actually teach this class? The guy who teaches the class before you, he like rolls in the TV on wheels.
He's the substitute teacher every time.
Yeah, how are you supposed to learn anything from that? It makes no sense.
Indeed. Well, so with that, let's get into a little bit more news.
More news.
So this one comes from France.
No.
So a man escapes prison by hiding in luggage of fellow cellmate as he's released in France. So this one comes from CBS News. It says, France's prison service said Saturday it had launched an investigation after a man escaped by smuggling himself into his cellmate's bag as his cellmate left jail, having served his sentence. The man who hid in the bag was captured on Monday. The 20-year-old prisoner escaped from Lyon-Corbis prison near Lyon, southeast France, on Friday, broadcaster BFMTV reported. That's the MTV for boyfriends, by the way. So,
or best friends.
Yes, true. His cellmate, his cellmate had completed his sentence, and the escaped prisoner managed to hide in his laundry bag as he left prison. The outlet reported. Like, how small is this guy? Like, come on.
He's like an acrobat,
right?
This guy who can, like a contortionist who can fit himself into like a laundry cart or something.
Right? This is a Jackie Chan move right here. So the prisoner was arrested while emerging from a cellar early on Monday in Corbes near Lyon, prosecutors said, adding that his fellow prisoner accomplice had not yet been arrested. The inmate was serving several sentences, the prison service said. He, quote, took advantage of the liberation of his fellow inmate to hide himself in his luggage and get out, the government said. Which I love. That's such a French thing to call being released from prison the liberation. I really like that, honestly.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. I think if we termed it like that, like there's been some discussion of like, what if we make a welcome back to society like ceremony for people?
Ooh.
Because when they get locked up, there's all this ceremony around courts and the sentence, the verdict. So what if we did some kind of like welcome back to society so people actually feel welcomed back in?
Yeah, you know,
you served your sentence, you're back.
You know what would be an awesome job is like organizing like a welcome back party for liberated prisoners. I think that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that'd
You
be
would
like,
have to do it en masse because there's too many people being released from prison, but who cares? You give some kind of certificate of like, hey, you did your time.
yeah,
Welcome back.
like a graduation,
You're a citizen.
a graduation
Yeah.
ceremony from prison. Like, hey, you serve your time, you graduated from prison. Like, you did it. Like, you don't have to come back here as long as, you don't mess up again.
You don't get brought up on new charges, or you don't live in a state with a system that will send you back for some kind of like overly punitive nonsense.
Oh, yeah,
of, like failing a drug test.
Right, or like being associated with the wrong people if you're on probation. Like, that kind of dumb junk.
Or being at work and you're supposed to be checking in for probation at that time, but you got pulled in to work over. There's like way too many things that people get violated for. We can address that in some future episode, but yeah, that's messed up. But you're right. Liberation is how we should frame it. That's awesome that this guy snuck out in a laundry. What was it? A laundry bag?
Yeah, like a laundry bag. Yep.
As far as prison escapes, I love hearing about the creative ones like this.
Yeah. It should be added that as of May 1st, 2025, the prison was housing about 1,200 people, and the prison has a stated capacity of 678 inmates. So it's at double capacity. No secret why you'd want to break out of that prison, I'm sure. Like,
Yeah. You're straining resources. You're straining like bed space, medical care programs. If you are going over capacity in the first place, so if you are, what was that, like almost double?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a rough situation. And maybe some people are better supervised in the community. You guys, we should consider probationary alternatives. Parole people early. There's ways out.
And this is in
we
France.
We have release valves.
Yeah, this is in France too. That doesn't like warehouse people like nearly as bad as we do. So yeah. Yep. Fun.
Pick it up, France.
Right. Okay, so that's our news from the Razor Wire.
All the news I can use. Shall we move on to the main event?
I think we should, but first, I think we should give a little shout out to our sponsor.
I would love to do that. And who is our sponsor today?
The same sponsor as every day, Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies.
I love that.
Yeah. They let's see. What are some of the fine offerings they have? Let's do it with an echo here. All right. So we've got cloud computing, criminal justice, digital forensics. All right, that's way too much.
It says it too many times.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Cloud computing, criminal justice, digital forensics, forensic science, legal studies, public administration, public management. I don't think they've updated their website in a while because there's a few that I know they have that aren't on here, including political science.
Political science. They're a new player for us.
What's the
sociology?
Sociology. Anthropology. That's the one I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah.
All great programs. We support them all, and thank you for your patronage, Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies. You keep the lights on, and we like that.
We certainly do. All right, and with that, shall we move on to the main event?
Roll that track.
It's time for the main event. It's time for the main event. It's time for the main event.
I like how it like slithered off like a snake at the end there. That was pretty cool.
Oh, thank you. That was my snake sound effect. That's the snake,
Yeah.
the snake patch.
Yeah, we're putting that in snake jail.
Mm-hmm. So, speaking of snake jail, we've been watching a little show, episode by episode, very slowly, like once every 3 months or so. A little show called
if that.
a little show called Prison Break from back in 2005. Y'all remember that show? No? Well, we
How
do.
could we forget that show?
Pepperidge Farm remembers. So yeah.
Curiosity, do you remember our last episode was in February 24th, was Prison Break episode 2. So this is long overdue.
Yeah, no, this is a good 6 months after the fact. 5 months.
Yes.
6
So
months.
those of you on the watch along, or those of you who thought this was a Prison Break based podcast in the first place, hey, we're back.
Yeah. Welcome. Someday maybe we'll package this up into a separate podcast. But until then, it's the same podcast. So,
main feed, baby.
yeah. So do we want to do a little recap of what happened on the previous episode or where we're at so far? Previous couple episodes?
Yeah. You do, give us some recap. I'll do the there you go. That makes way for you to go for it. We're on episode 3. The episode title is Cell Test.
Right.
Where were we before this?
So there's a lot going on. Let's see. So our main plot points going on are we got Michael, and he's trying to break his brother Lincoln out of prison. Michael helped design the prison and was like the architect of the prison. And inasmuch after he designed it in order to get his brother out, he got the blueprints tattooed on his body.
Yeah.
So that's going on. There is like a lawyer who is looking into
Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica is looking into Lincoln's case and figuring out things are not what they seem.
She's also his ex-girlfriend.
His ex-girlfriend. Then we also have John Abruzzi, who's like this mobster guy in jail. And he's being pressured by the mob on the outside to try to get the name of this guy who goes by Fibonacci, who ratted on the mob. And then what else? Also Michael is pretending to have diabetes so he can go to the prison infirmary, and he's like fostering a slow burn romance with the doctor there.
Sizzles, baby. Sizzles.
Oh, big sizzler. This is it's such a sizzler it's got a salad bar, you know what I'm saying? Whoa.
That one's for the kids who don't know what a sizzler is in 2025.
It's back to the family podcast. Going to the sizzler with Uncle Richard.
Now, what else can I include? Lincoln is on death row.
Right.
He has been accused of murdering the vice president, and he's going to be executed in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the main point. Oh yeah, and there was a riot in the last episode, and our guy Teabag is mad because his boyfriend or sex slave or whatever he was, Maytag, was murdered in the riot.
Mm-hmm.
Teabag thinks that Michael did it.
Right.
Now, before we get started, did I change or did TV change? This was a show that was peak TV for me. I thought this was like, this is as good as TV is going to get.
Mm-hmm.
This and like 24, the show 24, they were the peak of TV being cool in 2005, and I don't think they are now. They're pretty, they're well produced, but I don't. They're very watchable. I don't think they're prestige TV.
So I'm going to say that they weren't prestige TV at the time. They were the best that network TV had to offer. Because during this time, we finally saw like the television renaissance, because this is like contemporary with things like, you know, The Wire, with Oz, with The Sopranos, you know. So like prestige TV was being made at this time. It just wasn't being made on network TV or even cable quite yet. You know, it was just the premium channels that were really doing it, because they were like, hey, wait a second, we could actually make shit like movies on TV. Yeah. So, but it's fine. I mean, it's serviceable. It's a show. It's like this may have been like the best TV had to offer back then, but like I feel like this is your average TV show now.
I honestly think it's still better than the average TV show now. You look at like The Blacklist and shows like that, and I'm like, I don't care at all. And at least this has a hook to it that is something original.
Yeah, I guess it's original, but it's not good. like at no point is this show like, there's never a moment where I'm going, oh, this production's great, or oh, this acting's great, or oh, this script is really good, or anything. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is definitely TV quality, acting, script, set design, pacing, everything. You know?
Yeah. And in this show, there's like very clearly the A plot, B plot, C plot, and the C plot like is just I don't care at all. We'll get to this.
Oh, you're talking Marizelle.
Marizelle or LJ
or Mara Cruz. Sorry, Mara Cruz.
Mara
Cruz. Yeah. That whole C plot is not good.
Well, let's get into it. So when we last saw our protagonist, Michael Schofield, he's being held in the yard department building by a few mobster dudes, and they cut off his toe with some hedge trimmers because they want him to tell them where Fibonacci is. If Fibonacci testifies, it's going to mean bad news for these mobsters.
Right.
And Michael gets taken to the clinic by a squad of COs who bust in, and we see everyone's favorite hot doctor. To see his toes, they show it briefly. It's not even that bad. They didn't even cut off the whole toe. They just got like the end of a toe.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even have to get like a wooden toe.
They basically just clipped his nails. And just gave him a little petty.
Yeah. And Bellick, the CO, he claims that Michael stepped on a pair of gardening shears on the floor of the shed. We all know that's not true. That's probably impossible. I don't.
That'd
think
be very
ever
difficult to cut off your own toe with a pair of gardening shears by stepping on it. Like,
think about how precisely you'd have to step on these gardening shears
with your shoes off, also.
But here we see that Michael is finally playing the game. He realizes how prison works. He's not willing to snitch on Brucey and Brucey's team because he knows it will get him rocked. And so Michael actually asks Sarah not to file a report on his injury. He wants to fly under the radar. He doesn't want things to be worse for him because he's made some enemies. Sarah tells him she thinks he's scared, and she's like, hey, you wouldn't be human if you're not scared in here, which I like that. That was a nice humanizing bit.
Yeah.
And then Michael tells her this long, dumb, boring story about believing there was a monster in the closet when he was a kid. His older brother told him there's no monster behind that door. And he says, in here, though, you face your fear, you open that door, and there's 100 more doors behind it, and the monsters that are hiding behind them are all real.
Right.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Maybe,
as far as the script goes, that was like the best real moment between people.
Like, they could have made it way cheesier, too. It could have been like, he said there was no monster, but then I realized there was, because the monster is man.
Oh, yeah, that's good. You should be a scriptwriter. You could have done Punch Up.
I've written some scripts,
So Sarah does offer to send him to ADSEG, which means administrative segregation. It's he's like, oh, that's the pod where the snitches and the rape victims go. I don't want to go there because I'm going to be ousted from the rest of prison society. I'm going to be okay. I'll face monsters on my own. Now, getting into our A plot, the cell test itself.
Yes.
How do you feel about the titles for these episodes? They're all kind of they're like crossword puzzle clues.
Yeah, they are a little bit. Like, the last one was called Allen because like the big reveal was that he was like making an Allen wrench in order to disassemble the toilet or something like that.
Yeah, it was like an Allen screw or something.
Yeah. I'm fine with them. It's like, it's little breadcrumbs, which is kind of fine. And like, you have to watch the episode to like get the title of the episode. So I don't know. It makes it kind of memorable. I kind of dig that.
I agree. I completely agree. And there's some down the line that I remember even now what the twist is because I remember thinking like, what does this episode title even mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to the reveal, it's, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. And so it's a thing I actually like about the show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Michael's cellmate, Sucre, is the focus of this episode.
Unfortunately.
Because they're trying to figure out if they can trust him or not.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not like Sucre? I've always liked him. I always wondered, why does this actor not in more things? He was in Too Fast, Too Furious as one of the racers at the beginning of the film, and not in much else.
He's fine. I don't really care about his plot at all.
Oh, it's hard to care.
Mm-hmm.
So Lincoln says, hey, we can't trust Sucre. Sucre is a thief. But it's pivotal to the whole plan because it's Michael's plan, and the plan involves breaking out of prison through Michael's cell.
Mm-hmm.
But in prison, you don't get a lot of choices. Like, are you going to trust, like, who are you going to trust in prison if not a thief? Like, are you going to trust, like, a murderer or a rapist or, like, an arsonist? I think trust would be difficult to start any relationship with somebody in prison.
I mean, like, the only person you can trust in prison is the shiv under your pillow.
Yo, I like that. Put that in a needlepoint. Needlepoint with a shiv.
I'm just gonna get that tattooed on my forehead.
So Sucre, what's his deal? What's up with him? He's calling around.
Sucre Blue. Sorry.
Shut up.
So he's calling around. He gives a call to he's trying to call his girlfriend, Maricruz, because he misses her, and like he was just in what do you call it, the shoe. So he was like unable to call her for months or weeks or something, and it showed on the last episode that she's like waiting for his call. He's not calling, so she's like going out with like his ex-best friend or something who's definitely trying to mac on her.
Yeah, Hector's a dick. Hector's making moves on his girlfriend.
Yeah. So Sucre calls, can't get a hold of her cell phone, so he uses the payphone in the yard to call her house phone, and he's like leaving a message, and he's like, I'm thinking about you, girl. I'm thinking about that body. Thinking about that body so much. And then her mom picks up, and she's like, hello? And he's like, oh, go, get the door. Yeah.
How embarrassing, Sucre.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Whomst among us is not accidentally left a sexy message to our girlfriend's mom.
Oh, God. It's the hottest thing. I tried to do it on purpose.
Oh, my God.
Oh, oops. Your mom again.
I thought you'd be there. I don't live anywhere near my mom.
I haven't lived with my mom in 20 years.
Oops.
So this plot line, while it's boring, it is one of the more prison realistic that we've seen on the show so far.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of insecurity around relationships in prison. You listen to guys talk.
Makes
so
sense.
much of it is this insecurity that their loved one is spending time with another dude. They're feeling emasculated by it. And guys in prison are often not good at being in touch with their feelings.
Yeah. So, actually, question for you. You might know this. So in the military, if like you're a guy who sleeps with someone's wife while they're deployed, you're known as a Jody. Is there like a Jody equivalent for like prison guys? Like, do they have a word for it?
Oh, I don't know. I'd heard that term recently on some podcasts, and I did not know exactly what a Jody was. I've also heard Blue Falcon.
Interesting.
And from military guys, meaning buddy fucker. Like,
I like
it
that.
fucked me over.
I like that.
Yeah.
Blue Falcon.
So, no, I've never heard of that in prisons, but I'll keep my ear to the ground. I may be forgetting something out there, but it is. Yeah, it's sad to hear guys talk about it. And we've talked about families and romantic relationships in the past, and it's just something that's going to create a lot of insecurity for a lot of people.
I want to make sure this says like Blue Falcon Corps, your wife division.
Is this the kind of like Facebook shirt that you can market to people?
I would get death threats if I made that shirt, which is why I should make it.
So for our next scene, we go back to Michael's tattoos. I hate when it shows him like putting together his plan because it's a bunch of like fast forwarded images with kind of a blurry background and a cork board, and we see the planning stages for his tattoo. There's signs that say like cell test, and the fox is fast. So I'm like, nobody knows what this means. It's too intentionally
right. And then we also see Michael for the first time wearing dress clothes, and I gotta say, bald guys with tattoos in dress clothes all look like they're going to court. All of them, categorically.
Yeah, but you would also be surprised by like I went to misdemeanor court once in school years ago, and I expected people to be dressed up. It was like mostly people in sweatpants in Anchorage.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I expect a little more dressed up for court.
I mean,
you don't have to.
Yeah.
It subverts expectations is what I'm offering here. Now let's move on to Teabag. He's consistently, anytime he's on screen, he steals whatever's going on, right?
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah. So he goes to see a guy in the metal shop. He wants a weapon so he can inflict a slow death on Michael. And he goes to a guy, and the guy says, "I got it right here, boss. I call it the gutter. You jam it up there in the stomach, and these bits hook the intestines. You give it a pull back, and the poor sucker's guts are hanging right out of his stomach. And he'll get a real good look at them because the wound's not fatal. Well, at least not until the infection sets in." And he gives him this crazy looking knife that looks like a Klingon sword or like something that you would bring fishing.
Oh, we call that a batleth or a macleth or a Karn. Sorry.
Great. I'm filed under nobody cares. I'm forgetting this immediately. Okay, so Attorney Veronica comes in to visit Michael. He says, "You're wasting your time investigating Lincoln's case," because in her investigation, she's right where Michael was a year ago. And once Lincoln's final appeal was rejected, he only had 60 days to live. And Michael said that was the point where he took matters into his own hands. So this got me thinking. So the timeline here makes no sense.
No.
Right? Michael robbed a bank. He pled guilty. He got thrown in prison.
Sure.
That takes time. But what really takes time is the whole escape attempt, getting the tattoos on your body with the prison blueprints. And we know at some point somebody says there's less than 4 weeks left before Lincoln's execution. So this means it's only been like 33 days since Michael got his plan into effect.
Also, executing someone 60 days after their final appeal. And also this being his final appeal when he's presumably only been in jail for a couple years. I'm like, no, that's not how fast the system has ever worked.
No, it's like 10 years or so. People have been waiting in prison for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Based on appeals. This is not a 60-day timeline.
No.
Is what I'm trying to get across. How they're doing it makes no sense. Now, we zoom in on LJ, Lincoln's son. He's in trouble for possession with intent to sell. He's mad at his dad. He's checking in with a probation officer.
As we saw in the last episode, he got like entrapped by some cops or something like that, trying to sell weed out of the trunk of a car, I think.
Yeah. It was just like scuzzy kid shit.
Sure.
And his probation officer signs him up for a Scared Straight program at Fox River with his dad as a mentor. Now, in no world does this actually happen. They're not pairing teens with death row inmates for Scared Straight, even if it is your dad.
Yeah, especially if it's your dad. That's so weird.
Yes.
Like, you want to know how bad prison is? Well, we're gonna have your dad tell you. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I could just call.
Your dad can tell you in his own time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what visits are for. Like,
yeah, and it's not the probation officer's job to reconcile father and son. It doesn't work that way. And in this case, the parental influence might actually be more criminogenic.
Yeah, not good.
You don't need that. So LJ goes to see Lincoln in prison since he's in trouble.
Also-
Lincoln fumbles his way through asking if his kid is going to come
Yeah.
to visit the day before his execution. And it's kind of sweet. He tells LJ he loves him, but I don't care.
Well.
What were you saying?
Yeah. Also, like, I mean, doing a scared straight thing, like with your dad who's on death row, like he's on death row. He presumably killed the vice president of the United States. Like,
Yeah.
like this guy's a little too far gone to be like, oh, prison's real bad. like he made the decision to execute the vice president of the United States. Like I think he's a little too far gone to be like, oh no, prison's scary, guy. Like, he's like, he executed the vice president of the United States. He knew the consequences.
Oh yeah, like we as the audience know that he didn't do it.
Sure,
but
sure.
The people of the world of Prison Break,
Mm-hmm.
they have no idea, except for Michael, because he's a good brother.
Yeah.
You know, if you executed someone, I would know. I would know that you probably had intended to do it.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, and you'd come to prison like all tatted up, and I'd be like, "Hey, are you gonna break me out of here?" And we're like, "No, I just figured there needed to be one tatted brother on the outside." So,
Yeah. I just like this can of chunky soup, and so decided to get it on my bicep.
no, I got the blueprints for the prison from Prison Break on my body, so I'm afraid I can't help you because that prison doesn't exist.
Oh, but I've never seen anybody with these tattoos. But how badass would it be to be the guy with the Prison Break tattoo?
Not very. People are like, why do you have blueprints? And like, let me tell you about a show from 19 years ago on network television.
I really like, really into it, and made some bad decisions in my youth.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the cell test.
Mm-hmm.
Michael and Sucre are working. Michael pulls out a cell phone. It must be his cell test. As I said, it's kind of like a crossword puzzle. Like, you don't know what kind of cell he's testing. Is it the human body, like white or red blood cells? Is it a cell phone? Is it a prison cell? Is it the game Splinter Cell? Is it a terrorist cell?
Is it the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell?
Oh, that's true. I learned that from the game Parasite Eve on the original PlayStation.
Oh, wonderful.
So Sucre sees Michael with his cell phone, and he says, "Yo, I could get 2 years tacked on if we're caught with a cell phone." And Michael says, "Like, yeah, if they catch you."
Mm-hmm.
And Sucre is like, "Hey, dude, I can get in trouble just for knowing." And Michael says, "Hey, you never saw it." And we'll get back to that in a bit. But Lincoln, one interesting thing that Lincoln gets into in this episode, he meets with Warden Stacy Keach, like a pre-execution meeting. And Link is like, "Hey, I don't want anyone to see me die. Like, I've put people through enough pain." And I think that's actually like a very unselfish, interesting rationale that you don't hear enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Warden Stacy Keach says, most people want a member of their family there before they leave the world. Lincoln says, "Nah, I'm going to do this alone." And Stacy Keach then tells him, all inmates who go it alone regret it in their final moments.
How do you know that?
You know?
Like,
Right?
Yeah. Like, what, the post-interview? Like, you poke him with a stick and see if he nods? Like, just...
Too lonely. Wish I had more family.
Yeah, like, okay, we're going to unstrap him now. If he falls to the left, then he regretted not having a family member there. If he falls to the right, then he's totally fine.
Just make sure, like, as you're going under, to like lean in a direction. So this conversation gets carried on later on when Lincoln is talking with a clergy member about dying alone, and the clergy says maybe it's not about having people watch you die, but it should be reframed as like, what's the last thing you want to see before you die? Do you want to see like a gallery full of strangers, or do you want to see like people you love? And I also appreciate that perspective.
Yeah, I personally, I would like to see the video for Pretty Girls by Will Smith.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
If you are a listener, please stop this podcast. Marquez listened, rate us 5 stars, delete, and then go watch the Pretty Girls video by Will Smith. That's really the theme of this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, tell me about Veronica. What does she get up to?
Veronica is meeting with a girlfriend of a dead friend of Lincoln's for information about his case.
Crab Simmons.
Yes. So we met in like the last episode. This guy got killed, and Veronica's looking for information and finds the girlfriend, and she's like hesitant to talk. So
Letitia is her name.
Letitia. So
Letitia.
she's skeptical and thinks Veronica is working against her. Then they're like talking in an office, and Letitia goes out to like make a call or something, and
Smoke break.
That's right. Because the smoke, she was like, "Oh, the smoke will only take a minute," and I'm like, "What kind of cigarettes are you smoking that are only going to take 60 seconds? Come on."
Also, like, you know better at this point. Like you know some shit's going to go down if somebody goes out for a smoke break.
Right, 100%. So she goes out for the smoke break, and immediately Agent Kellerman from the Secret Service is in Veronica's office, just slips in there. So Veronica is having difficulties meeting her fiance Sebastian for a meal, and Sebastian is disappointed and is getting tired of Veronica being unsure of their impending wedding. And this Sebastian guy, he's kind of a real dick, real dude in a suit. Like just
he calls off the whole wedding. He's like, "Yeah, you can't meet me. Fine, wedding's off."
Yeah. And he just sits her down at like lunch, and he's like, "When are we getting married?" And she's like, and he's like, "Nope, no." And because she's unsure. So Veronica,
she's also in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah. Veronica tells Sebastian that she's sorry and she'll come get her stuff the next day, and he walks away from the table. So
yeah, but with Letitia's disappearance, one thing that interested me was that they actually had like a smoking lounge in an office building, which I don't even remember seeing those 20 years ago when this episode would have aired.
That's a good point. I mean, they might have been more of a thing in like bigger cities with like higher smoking populations, because 20 years ago we were, still in Alaska. So
that's true. But it would make sense if you're in a high rise. It takes the whole time of your smoke break just to get down to the ground floor and get outside to light up.
There's still airports with smoking lounges. I don't know if you've been there.
Yeah. You see them in Europe more often too, and it'll just be like a glass encased box where people.
Yeah. So when we were going to Colombia, I had a pretty long layover at Miami both times. I think I had like a 5-hour layover or something, and they had a smoking lounge there. However, the smoking lounge was bought out by TGI Fridays. So in order to smoke or like go vape in the airport, you had to go order something from TGI Fridays.
Oh, that's cool.
And sit in this big glass box that's like hot boxing nicotine, which is I like
aging you quickly.
I was like, oh, it'd be nice to maybe go have a vape. So like I go to the TGI Friday smoking lounge, and like I open the door, and I'm just like hit with this fucking cloud of cancer, and I'm like, nope.
I can't imagine how gross and foul and stale that smells at some point.
It was bad. Like it's not well ventilated, because it's like it's weird because it's like a big glass room that has like not a skylight but like sky access, basically. Like it's essentially like kind of an open room. However, like the smoke just like lingers. It's really gross.
That is absolutely disgusting. But thank you for the information. I'm going to avoid like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where did we leave off? Oh, Letitia gets kidnapped by Kellerman and
yes.
partner.
Oh yeah.
They drive her out to the woods and they execute her.
Yeah. Yeah. That's they gag her, execute her. Pretty messed up.
Really messed up. I don't know how they got her into the trunk of a car gagged like that in the middle of Chicago.
Yeah.
That part is more suspect,
Mm-hmm.
but it is like a modern day ICE tactics.
They're Secret Service. They can do whatever they want with impunity. Like,
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
modern day ICE tactics.
Right. They probably like were shoving her in the trunk of the car and like, she's connected to the execution of the vice president. Trust us.
Yeah. The part of like her disappearing from the face of the earth would be more fishy, but I'm sure we'll never hear about this again in the show. It's just not going to happen.
No. Let's see who else we got. What's going on with John Abruzzi and the whole Fibonacci.
The Fibonacci sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So Abruzzi meets up with another mobster named Philly. And Philly's like, yeah, maybe you like it in prison. Maybe you're not going hard enough.
I gotta say, this guy's full name is incredible. His name is Philly Falzone, which sounds like a Philly cheesesteak filled calzone that they'd sell at like Pizza Hut. The Philly Falzone.
Yeah, Philly Falzone. So Abruzzi gives Philly a box with Michael's toe in it, and Philly's like, maybe bodily harm isn't the only way. And he points out that that Abruzzi's not getting anything done. And then the door opens to the visitation room, and Abruzzi's kids run in. And they're going to the lake with Uncle Philly for a few weeks because this guy is a lowlife, subtly threatening his children.
Right. Or maybe he just wants to take his kids on a nice little trip. It's like your dad's
he's just a nice uncle.
Your dad's in jail. Like, yeah, we're gonna go to the lake, have a good time, take your mind off your dad. Your dad's impending death.
Yes, I completely agree. Maybe he's just being a nice uncle, and we didn't see the whole interaction. So later on the tier, we see Abruzzi talking to his celly, and the celly says with Michael, he's like, maybe we should cut off the whole foot. And Abruzzi is like, maybe the Beatles had the answer. All you need is love. And Abruzzi said, maybe the Beatles had the answer. All you need is love, which is so corny. And he stops Teabag from stabbing Michael with his shiny new shank. And Teabag is like, wait, but Maytag's in the ground because of that piece of detritus. And so we're going to see a team up between the two bruisers on the block. We see Abruzzi and Teabag teaming up. Abruzzi's guys, they push Michael out of line into a stray laundry room for some reason. And he's like, I suggest we find an arrangement. And Teabag, there's a line delivery amazing by Teabag where he says, I was thinking I was going to gut you bow to stern as soon as I laid eyes on you, but alack a day, you look so pretty when you're scared, don't you? And Abruzzi and his friends kick the shit out of Teabag. And if you go back to it, it seems to be one guy's job who's just like, he's kicking him in the nuts over and over.
I want that job on the commune.
You're the boot stopper.
The nut kicker.
So Abruzzi goes to Michael and he's like, hey, I want bygones to be bygones. Let's just move on. I think this would be harder to do if somebody cut off my toe, but whatever. And Michael's like, yeah, I'll give you Fibonacci, but I want you to get me to a plane in exchange because we have found out that Abruzzi has a shell company that runs an airport nearby. And Abruzzi wants in on the escape because he knows that if he's not out in time before Fibonacci's testimony, he's in deep shit, and he's going to put Michael in deep shit for that as well because his life is on the line. And Michael is not ready to give him details yet, but he's getting him in on the plan. So we have another co-conspirator. Now, for our A plot, the cell test itself. Let's talk about that. We see Lincoln hit up a CO named Beck. Beck is like the only CO besides that, like weirdly, like the squinty Irish guy that they show. Like these are the only two COs that we ever see in the building.
Right. That's
so. Yeah. They both strongly look like COs. So
Yeah,
casting is mwah.
Yeah, and they're both like dicks. It's trying to, give you an idea of like what all the COs are like through these couple COs, and it paints a certain picture of prison's hard, the guards are harder kind of thing.
Yeah, they're composite characters,
Yeah.
where they're taking the place of multiple characters just through two.
For sure.
Now, Lincoln, he hits up Bellick, and he's like, "Hey, Bellick, I know of a cell phone on the block. Can you give me some extra time outside and access to cigarettes?" And says, "Hey, I bet this guy Sucre knows where the cell phone is." So Bellick confronts Sucre and says, "I'm going to take away your conjugal visits if you don't tell me where the cell phone is."
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Sucre is loyal, doesn't talk, showing he can be trusted. And Michael reveals there was never a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
There was never a cell phone at all. It was a block of soap modeled like a cell phone.
Right. I don't think there was ever a conjugal visit either, to be honest.
Conjugal visits rarely exist in the world of prisons.
Yeah, especially for a guy that they had just thrown in the shoe for like a month. Like, I don't think they're giving him extra privileges, right?
Yeah, they remove some privileges with punishments like this. Yeah, completely agree. So Michael's like, "Hey, I know I lost you your conjugal visits, but I can get you out of prison and back to Maracruz.
Mm-hmm.
But is that one better? Because you're going to spend the rest of your life on the run unless you head to a non-extradition country.
Sure.
And even getting there is hard if there's a manhunt after you because you're an escapee from prison."
Right.
And Sucre says this is crazy because he's getting out in 16 months. And he's right. This is absolutely nuts.
Right. I mean, yeah, he's got so much anxiety about like Hector and Maracruz and whatever. And he's like, "Oh, the clock's ticking. I got to get to her." But like, you're going to go to prison for longer because of this. Like, you're going to lose Maracruz for good because you're afraid of losing her for good.
Yeah. Is Maracruz interested in being on the run and like never seeing her family again?
I don't
Probably
know.
Not.
In this situation, Hector seems like the better option. Let's be honest. Like,
yeah. Hector is Team Hector, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Sucre is like, "This is crazy. I'm getting out in 16 months. Michael's like, "Hey, I had to test you just to see if you can be trusted."
Mm-hmm.
And it was a real dick move, this test. I get why he does it, but he lost one of the few things Sucre had to look forward to
Mm-hmm.
that I'm sure he took a long time to even earn in the first place.
Yeah.
And so Michael goes back to his cell. He sees Sucre is packing up his belongings, and Sucre says, I'm done playing your reindeer games, fish." And he refuses to work it out with Michael. And what do you think of Michael's new cellmate that he gets?
He's pretty cool. He's stoic. Yeah.
So he gets a new cellie straight out of the psych ward, thanks to Bellick. The guy's name is Haywire, which is tight.
Yeah.
I like this guy. He does a great job looking disturbed and weird.
Oh, and
Michael is told not to make eye contact with him.
Yeah. Also, apparently, this guy has a condition to where he can't sleep.
Yeah, which I think that would make you crazy.
I think that would kill you, but all right.
Yeah, he explains it in like overly medical terms where the audience is just like glazes over. They go, yeah.
Sure.
I have no idea if this is a real thing or not.
It's not.
No, I don't think so. But now this is our new obstacle to get around is this new cellmate who doesn't sleep because now Michael can't do his digging to escape. And we know he's already 3 days behind plan.
Mm-hmm.
How is he going to rescue Lincoln in time? You guys, you're going to have to listen and find out.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that about the episode?
I think that's it.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
One thing we didn't mention, I don't think, the cell phone that Michael had the whole time, it was made out of soap. Fake cell phone.
Oh, yeah, I think I did mention that.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Would you buy soap that was shaped like a cell phone?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be sick.
Soap?
Yeah. Well, I mean, would it make me smell like a cell phone?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Obviously. It would be stupid if it didn't.
Yeah.
How many soups do you give this episode?
Yeah, it was fine. It furthered the plot. I didn't think there was a couple of good scenes here and there. For the most part, it was just another episode of a network television show. I give it 3 soups, I guess.
I also give it 3 soups.
Mhm.
It is well deserving of 3 soups. But we hope to carry on more Prison Break in the future. Thanks for listening along.
Indeed.
And I think that's the end of the main event. I think we move on to our favorite segment.
Indeed.
The movie minutes.
Let's get into some movie minute.
Movie minute. Movie minute. 60 seconds with producer Brit to talk about movies.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. So, in honor of the death of Michael Madsen, like a month ago, Judge Beck here sentenced me to watch Not Another movie from 2011, starring, amongst others, Michael Madsen. This movie was an absolute dumpster fire. I was expecting a terrible spoof movie a la Seltzer and Friedberg, the guys who made the Not Another movies, but what I got was even worse. I got a movie about making a spoof movie. The film follows a production assistant played by the writer-producer of the film as he embarks on a quest to make a movie despite his trauma-based fear of spoof movies. The movie, while occasionally being a spoof movie, is more like an Office-style mockumentary with terrible performances, unfunny writing, low production value, and honestly, no real redeeming qualities. I'd say, honestly, it might even be worse than a Seltzer-Friedberg film. On top of it all, the movie runs 99 minutes, which is way too long for a film of this caliber. Honestly terrible, not recommended. 1 out of 5 soups. All right, and that is the movie minute for the week.
For the ages.
For the ages, for all time. It is memorialized on the internet forever now, and yeah, it'll always
And
exist.
therefore, the entire internet now knows about what you think about Not Another movie.
Yeah, good for them. So, with that, I did the crime. I got to do the time. What's my sentence for next time?
Now, last time, you and I had talked about the death of celebrated actor Michael Madsen and how he didn't put out a lot of great movies in his lifetime.
Sure.
I don't expect this to be a good movie, but I expect it to be one that you can maybe address with some of your expertise. A little film from 2020 called Unbelievable with 5 exclamation marks. And it looks to be highly Star Trek based. Now, as the former co-host of a Star Trek podcast, I want you to dig into this.
All right.
Tell me and Bronson a little bit about what you think of Unbelievable.
I can do that.
And that will be the end of our month of Madsen, Movie
Great.
Minute, Madsen month.
Oh, I like that. Michael Madsen movie minute. 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 Michael Madsen
Put a
movie
beat to
minute.
it.
Michael Madsen movie minute. 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 Yeah.
Yes, that was perfect. Keep that in for sure.
Yeah.
All right, before we sign off, we want to thank the patronage of Roger Williams University School of Justice Studies. Thank you, as always, for keeping us afloat, keeping the lights on, and being our lovely, gentle patron, holding us in your arms.
Yes. Nurturing us to a greater tomorrow.
Arms. Yeah, thank you. And nurturing our students toward a greater tomorrow. You like how I did
Absolutely.
that? That was good.
And our listeners, who are technically our students.
That's true. They are. They're students of listening. I was talking about a show that came out 20 years ago.
Yeah, and yeah, our Uncle Richards and students. Thank you so much.
Yes. And finally, if you're listening, go out there and put on the new Will Smith video for the song Pretty Girls and leave in the comments what you think.
Sure.
And we hope you will like, rate, and subscribe after listening to this here podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere the podcasts are found, sold, and given away.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, listeners. Until next time.
Lights out.
Lights out.